Good morning, everybody. My name is Nate Morris, and I'd like to welcome you back to another video. Today, we are back at Wake County Speedway for the final week of the inaugural Bull Bash Winter Series. We've had an up and down past 3 weeks. If you haven't seen, be sure to check out the first video from the Bull Bash covering the first 2 races. As far as race number 3 went, I decided not to post a YouTube video on that as we had a mechanical failure that took us out of contention before the green flag flew, and I just decided it wasn't worth posting a recap for as little action as was seen that week. But we are back and better than ever. The biggest change that I've noticed this week is that with the upcoming Cars Tour event at Wake County Speedway, there is a lot of late model stock car rubber on the track due to teams coming out and testing over the past week or so. So the track has a lot of grip right now, and I feel like that's going to play into my favor. On Saturday, we showed up with a lot of speed, and in the final practice session of the day, I was second quickest. Going into qualifying, I was able to lay down a lap time that was right around 100th of a second off of what the pole sitter ran, and that put me on the outside of the front row. So a very good starting position for the first race of the day, and a really good shot at a top 3 finish here. Obviously, I have the pace to bring home a second place finish, but anywhere in the top 3 would be a really good day. The biggest thing I'm facing right now is that I have to get out of the outside line, try to get down and get in line and not lose too many spots. So we'll have to see how it goes. But thank y'all for clicking on today's video. I hope y'all enjoy it, and let's get into it.
Nathan Orlovsky in the 29, Anthony Roche in the 22, and Seth Demas by himself. Cover the green flag. 25 laps for the semi-pros here at the Apex Championship Saturday underway. And you have
All right, y'all, we've got our first caution of the race, and this is actually the first caution we've had in the last 3 races. I think on the long run, I'm a little bit quicker than the 23 car, and so on this restart, if I can keep him on the outside and make my way through to second, I think I can hold it for the remainder of the race, and I'm in a good spot being second here on the inside. I'm just going to try to follow the leader on this restart and see if I can't get up into that runner-up position. My biggest struggle at the moment is that the 35 car apparently has a magnet that is gluing our 2 bumpers together because he doesn't want to let me get through a turn without jacking me up. So if he'll let me keep my rear tires on the ground through turns 1 and 2, I think I've got a really good shot at a solid finish. All right, y'all, brought it home in third for the first race, and I'm really happy with that. We needed a strong run to get back on track, and while I think I could have gotten to second, I didn't have the best restart in the world, and the 23 was able to get down. And for a handful of laps, the battle for third place kind of felt like a prize fight in a telephone booth. So glad I made it out of that clean and was able to break away from that pack and get a little bit of space there. I was able to close in on the 23 a little bit over the last few laps, and I think if I had been a little bit closer at the start of that run, I might have stood a chance of being able to get up to second. But regardless, it was a really good race for us. Just the second top three finish of my entire career. So I'm very happy with that. And I'm looking to improve on that going into this next race. With it being a 5-car invert, I will start third place. So a really good spot being second on the inside. I can try to follow that leader through and keep second place on the outside. Try to get up into that runner up position and see if I can't go after the leader. The good news for me is that historically I have been faster than the two cars starting on the front row, but they are still some very capable race car drivers. It would be a challenge to try to get to the lead. But if I can be perfect and make some really good passes, I might stand a good shot at it. Well, crap. I really dropped the ball on the start of that race there. I struggled on the initial start and just didn't do a very good job of putting together good laps to try to get around the 88 and the 9. And honestly, I was glad to see the 87 get to my inside, so I let him go to see if he could make a hole for us to get to the front. And he did. I was able to get to the inside of the 88, and unfortunately, going into turn 3, I just got on the brakes a little bit too hard and stepped the back end out, got a little bit sideways, and got into the left rear tire there and sent the 88 spinning. So hate to see that, as we're both going to have to go to the back of the field now and try to fight our way back up. At this point, the goal is a top 5 finish. If I can get back to the top 5, I would feel like I salvaged a pretty decent race here, but it's definitely going to be an uphill battle to try to get there.
Ready for a restart. Risley, Chisholm, Morrison, Risley now the first 2 rows. Accident Imaging 125, presented by Forever Clean. Any way you want it, WCSpeedway.com is we're coming back.
Man, we were so close to a second top 3 finish today. I think I missed out on it by 6 thousandths of a second with the 23 car there. So a great race right there. He just had a little bit more drive on the outside line by the time we got to the start finish line. So yeah, it was a really close finish and a really good race. But I'm still happy with fourth place finish, especially after having to go all the way to the back. And finishing third and fourth today, I think, is a really strong showing for us. And we ended the Bull Bash with 3 of the 5 races being top fives. So that was pretty strong. We've had a really good start to the season, and I hope that we can keep the momentum going into our next events. Today was some really physical races. There was a lot of close racing, a lot of beating and banging, but it was fun. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.